I'm a loser.
So you're a loser.
Fuck it, I'm a loser.
Fuck it, you're a loser.
They say I'm a loser.
They said you're a loser.
Lost without love.
Lost without love.
I'm a loser.
So you're a loser.
Fuck it, I'm a loser.
All right. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the first real episode of Stop Loss Zero, where I try and destroy strategy. I am the strategy killer. Corey Sith Lord SP has actually named my table the Cemetery, which is a good name for this table. I am live here on July 4th, first show ever, so I don't expect a whole lot of people to be here. It's all good. We're going to do a series here where I'm basically just going to show you, hopefully, that every strategy sucks on some levels, right? They all win. Right, every strategy wins. Hopefully, if it's well designed, it'll win most of the time. But every strategy will ultimately lose, and they're going to lose for a couple of reasons. One is because these guys don't really care at all about what you're doing. The dice will find the holes. Every strategy has a hole, for sure. The dice will find the hole, for sure. That's number one. The second enemy that you've got is time. So, although we may come out of the gate here and win right away, it's very possible that if you stay too long, and likely, actually, if you stay too long, you will lose. Time is your number one, besides the dice, your number one other enemy. Because the longer you're here, the bleed of the house edge and just the holes of your strategy will expose themselves over time. You will lose. And the third enemy is you, making bad decisions. So we're going to hopefully not make any bad decisions, but we're going to show that the dice will find holes and that time will be the killer. And that's it. I'm going to run $1,000 through the Horseman today. Let's go. Let me show you the strategy real quick. It's very simple. Basic level Horseman is a 1 unit don't, and then 3 separate come bets that move to hopefully 3 good numbers, and that's it. That's the strategy, right? Get 3 come bets set, get them all to pay, profit. At any point along the way, though, while you're getting them set, if we have a 7 come here, you win both bets. It's beautiful. If you have a 7 come now, you win 2 and lose 1. You're still up by a unit. If you have a 7 come now, you lose 2, you win 2, you're tied. So in the first 3 rolls, you're always in good shape. If you happen to get them set, well, now you're a right side player for a few minutes, and you let these things play themselves out. There are different ratios. I like playing this thing 2 or 3 or 4 to 1 down here, versus $25 and $10 up here is my preferred level. So we may start today with that. With a $1,000 bankroll, I may go 25 and 10 and just play it out that way. But yeah, the goal here today is to show you what happens over time. We saw a nice bleed out this morning on one of our other strategies, and let's do it again here today. So here we are. Just gonna roll it out. No Crapsee today. I'm just gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll and talk and play and see how we do. So no puck. We're off right now. We're coming out. I'm gonna roll a $25 don't to get things started off. And here we go. I will be setting the dice on my ones. I'm working my throw, and hope we can find some wins. Here we go. Starting bankroll is $1,000, Jen. Let me go to the other view here. Here we go. $1,000 bankroll. Just going to run these things like regular, normal size bets. I don't want to go crazy with it. So we're going to go $25 and $10 come bets. It's a good ratio. 2 to 1 is a great ratio. You're in good shape for the 7 the entire time. And then even when the bets are all 3 set, you're still basically hedged out. You just need a good shooter at that point. Let's go. Here we go. Coming out. There is a yo 11 yo. So we start out a little bit ugly. 6-5 yo. So we're going to lose right off the bat. And here we go. And the first little bit here, I'm going to play it straight up. I may switch it up. I want to show you some of the options of the Horseman as we play it out. It won't skew the results very much, but I like to stack up wins over here and get a little bit aggressive where I can. So here we go. Here we go. Can I get a point? Can I get a point? We got a 6. 3-3 hard 6. Let's mark that bad boy up. Now, I'll take my next $25 here. We're going to break it up into a quarter. 10 coming. 15 up to the rack. And again, my exposure here per shooter is going to be 25 plus 30, so $55 total action. Now, I did leave my DC. I did replace the DC bet with a DP bet. I normally don't do that, but habits. Old habits. Here we go. There's going to be a hard 6. We're going to lose that don't twice on the shooter, so that's going to be it for him. We're not coming back here. That'll travel up. We'll pull this down. Puck will be off. And we've still got 2 more come bets to get set here for the shooter. So Let's go. And don't pass cost us $50 already. Earlier today, I ran a strategy live, and the don't pass got shelled in that one too. So it's one of those days where the don't pass isn't our friend. We have an 8 there. Okay, second come bet for this shooter. Let's go. Oh, you're thinking about crappy strategy, Jen? There's a 7. Yeah, the crappy all day strategy is different than this. I alter the units. There's a 7 right there. Get paid here, we lose here. That's even. When you alter the ratios of the bets, right? And here we can show you again 25 here. If you happen to get all 3 come bet set, 6, 9. Let's say it's a 10. You're still in a great spot. You're 25 against 30, right? And as they pay, you can either recycle them or just bring them back and hold on to it, right? Either way you want to do it. I like the ratio 2 to 1 because to me it just makes for a little truer play up here. All right, here we go. Back out we go. $25 on the don't. Let's do it. Good afternoon, Nemo. Stop loss 0. Here we go. Not a great throw. That's going to be a 9. Luckily, I'm not tracking throws here. That would have picked off one of Skills, the unicorn. There's that. And out we come for $10. Now we're rooting for the 7 here for the next 3 rolls. You're wanting the 7. You're loving the short rolls. Loving the bad shooters. I love this strategy on a $10 table. $10 table with these levels, this strategy is so good most of the time. There's a 1, 2, 3 though. Can you see that? So that'll take that one. That sucks. Second come bet for the shooter. And again, we're scoping our play. We're not going to do more than 3 come bets for a shooter. So we lost 1. That's it. That's it, unless we win 11 in here. There's a 7. Okay, that works. That works good. Too bad we lost the first one. It kind of sucks. But we'll get paid there, and we'll get paid here. And there is the Horseman doing its job for us. We love that. We are down 2 of those, right? We got hurt earlier on. Again, if you're playing the more aggressive style of play, when you catch a win on the don't, I like, at the very least, press it by a little bit. Sometimes I'll double it up, but if I catch a win down there, I like to progress the wins and just make a little bit more power where I can. So I'll do that in small increments. I won't be super aggressive, but I'll do small increments down here, and we'll take an extra $5 off the table if we can. Here we go. Happy birthday, America, Ken. Good to see you, pal. Good to see you live. That is a 3, 2, 5. 3, 2. Let's get the puck over there. All right. 30 there. 10 coming. Let's go. Good time for Big Red. As you know, first couple 2, 3 rolls here. Good time for it. It's got to stay off the 5. There it is. 617. I love the Horseman on a bad shooter. Or on a typical table, it's such a good strategy. 10 here and 30 there. Again, we'll stack up a red. We'll take a green back to the house. Bring a red. We still haven't yet gotten 3 come bet set. How typical is that, right? For a shooter to not throw 3 box numbers. You can tell when I give that stat out, I give it out a lot. People don't believe me. Watch the strategy. Watch how many times we actually get 3 come bets to actually set. It's pretty amazing how rare that happens. Here we go. 415. Boy, that's lucky. It didn't happen last time. 415. There we go. On the 5. And we got 10 coming. Wow, terrible throw, but look at that. Look at the Horseman doing its thing. 527 on this shooter. Wow, okay, 35 down there and 10 up in there. And again, we're gonna stack it by a nickel. and bring this back. We're now at the 40 bucks down here, which is cool. We basically recovered that loss from before, right? Our two earlier losses are back in the rack almost. If you look at the rack here, we've got 1,000, we have 950, 975, 995. This would be 1,000. That would be profit at this point in the game. So we're doing good. The thing has actually made itself some cash, which is good. We're catching a good rhythm here right now. That'll change at some point. The time, I said, time is your enemy. It'll always change. Like I said, I'm not rooting for my strategies to lose here, but we're wanting to see the effect of time. The effect of time. 516. And again, we'll go ahead and $10 coming. Here we go. Yeah, I get you, Jen. When the Horseman fails, and it will fail today at some point, we'll get all three set, and then we're going to pick off our don't, and then we're going to have a come out 7. Like that exact scenario happens often. There's your 9. Second come bet. There's a 4, not a great spot for a come bet to travel to, but we will take it, and the dealers will say, where's your odds? You're like, I'm not taking any odds yet. Maybe I'll grab odds later, but I'm not taking odds now. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to get me a 7. I'm wanting that 7 early on. I don't want the odds to dilute the power of this bet right here. The odds will take this bet away during this part of the roll here. There's a 4. Look at that. Look at the come bet 4 paying. That's off and on for 10 bucks. Now, we have a choice here. Okay, you can keep the come bets rolling and try and keep 3 come bets cycling the whole time. Option 1. Option 2. Now that was our third come bet. So we had 1 go here, 1 go there, the third one paid, right? Comes back to the rack as a paid bet, or you can now take that payment, that $10 that you won, and pick up something like an 8. And this is how I do this. When I'm playing this thing in the casino, this is exactly what I do. I'll start picking up other numbers as these things come down and pay. The original come bet's back in the rack, right? So I'm even in the rack as far as that goes. That right there is a profit play. So I'm going to pick up a new number, and if we happen to win on it, that's great. They can go out there and get half price now for all we care. It doesn't matter. So the come bets to me don't get recycled when I'm doing this. Certainly could, but they're a tool early for the 7. That's what they are. They're an early tool. And look at this. Look at the 4. That would be basically a flipped 4 if we're playing this for real. Right there is going to be picking up the 5. Back in the rack we go with that original come bet. So I started the shooter with $30 in reds or whatever it was, and they're right here in the rack. So we're doing good as far as that goes. Just got to stay off this freaking 6. Stay off the 6. There's a 7. All right. So the one bet we're gonna lose is that one. That's actually the loss. These 2 here, we're both done with come bet wins. 40 bucks down there. There's 3 reds and a green. Green comes back to the rack. We'll take 1 more red on top. Now I've got 45 on the don't. $10 more to the rack. Puck is off. Let's do it. So far, so good today, right? So far, so good. Ooh, ugly. Ugly, there's a 9. Yeah, come bettors do miss a lot of opportunity, Duracell. The come bettors don't get the press, right? That's the second point of 9 skill if you're watching. That's twice today we would have picked off the unicorn. You miss a lot of chances when you're come betting. Odds are a thing we're missing out on for sure, but again, the strategy is very, very scoped to a dollar amount per shooter. So I'm not gonna put more at risk than I'm prepared to here. But yeah, I'm missing out on odds. I'm missing out on other stuff too, for sure. Here we go. Stay off the 9. Ugly throw. 6-2. 6-2. There goes the 8. And we're coming. Here we go. Yeah, that 4, dude, that 4 was brutal, right? We set the come, no odds, hit it again, no odds, hit it again. I mean, it's just, you know, that 4 is a giant missed opportunity. And that's, again, the basics for comeback without odds is you're going to get hurt, right? Lose that. That's our second comeback. So our third comeback is going to be the last one we place, and that's it. You know, and the odds decision can come, if you're in profit, you can throw them up there. No problem with that, obviously. I just don't like to get the odds set until I have all 3 bets up. There's the 7. 5-2. So again, perfect. This loses, but that pays. And then down here, it's $45. You can do 50 for 5. And in fact, I'm going to make the bet look like 50 now. We're going to go up another nickel. So look at the don't pass down here now. I'm going to take these nickels back too, by the way, as a quarter. This morning, we were leveling up our don't pass bets on losses, and we were at 5 straight losses. We were at $50 because of losses. Today, we're leveling up on wins, and this today, 5 straight wins gets us to $50. That's pretty sweet. Now the rack, there's profit right there. There is almost $50 in profit plus what's out here. If you look at it right there, it's basically $75, $95, $98. That's essentially we made a paycheck, if you look at it that way. But this is not the paycheck show. This is the time will kill you show. So let's go. Yeah, black chip Horseman's great. The black chip here, green chip there. Woo, good stuff. There's a 4. Which is perfect for this bet. Let's go. Let's get our two red level comes coming. And really, if you want to be kind of aggressive about it, okay, we have $50 here. No reason why we can't go 3 units in these bets now, right? Because 3 units, when they're all 3 set, is $45 versus 50 down here. You're still in a perfect spot, right, to be okay on the 7. And then those bets up there are actually a little more meaningful when they hit. So we can do that. We can go to 15 and 50 now. Oh, no, that was a bad throw. 4, 3-1. Boy, the 4's been pretty hot here. The 4's been pretty hot. That's actually hitting the point. Take our $50 away. That'll go down. This will come up. And again, we're still in this same shooter. So we're going to avoid the come out. They beat us down here. What we've got left for this shooter is 2 more come bets that are to be coming, right? So again, the Horseman, that's one of the holes in it, I suppose, is when you lose the don't pass, you don't come back to it. Maybe it's a smart play. But we're going to take all our protection away too. Up here, there's a 10, 6-4. All right, now we're going to be coming through. Let's get our... I'm going to keep it that same level I was at last time. We'll keep those come bets even at 15. And then next shooter, we'll come back down. Let's go. 7 here gets us out of this hand without worrying about it so much. What do we have there? Oh my God, look at the 4s today. Holy crap and crap. That's off and on for $15. That's absolutely bonkers today, the 4s. Wow. Wow. No hard way, no odds. I'm feeling like a chump, but again, I'm playing for this bet, not for that bet. That's the point of this whole strategy. Today it's, oh my God, holy, how many 4s, guys? I'm not logging this. How many freaking 4s today? Another off and on. That's got to be 6 4s, maybe 7 4s. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, that's our third comeback. We set one and we got paid on it 2 times, right? That comes back, we're done, right? We don't set more than 2 come bets unless you want to keep them rolling, right? It's a prerogative that you have to keep the come bets rolling at 3, like a molly. And if that's the case, you're going to roll them out there with odds at some point, right? Or you bet your 3, you lost down here, you bet your 3 come bets, you won 2 of them, that covers your loss down here, and you call it good for the afternoon. I'm gonna get another one running here, but that is certainly a playable option for the Horseman. You have full authority to do whatever you want to do, whether it's odds up here or whatever. There's an 8, 6, 2, 8. That'll travel on up. Again, what do you want to do here? Do you want to do this? We can be careful about it and take double odds there, or single odds there and single odds there on this table. I'm still in profit. I still have a quarter in profit, right? I'm still ready to go here with my next DP bet for the next shooter. So we're still playing from ahead. So I'll take the odds here now that they're set and I'm done. But boy, that four has cost us a ton of money today. Holy moly. 4 has been fantastic. 4 has been fantastic. There's a 6, 5, 1. Good shooter here. Good shooter. If I catch a 4 and 8 here, we're going to spread out. That'll be the plan. Yo, 11, yo. It does nothing. 6, 5. There we go. There's my 7. Okay, so that's going to end it. 6 and a 1. It all comes back. Right, there's the biggest hole in the Horseman is come bets getting set with no DP protection. A lot of times that's on the come out when that scenario rises up. But we're basically back at starting point, back to a quarter down here. Start it over again. But I do want to call out that early on, that thing made a pretty easy paycheck. The Horseman makes easy paychecks all the time. But I have been burned on this thing more often than not by waiting it out. Boy, oh boy, you can catch a southbound run sometimes and be ugly as a 4-2-6. Let's come it out. Let's do it. Eight, 4, 4, 8. Moves up there. Six, 5, 1, the mixer. All right, that's gonna be the point. Lose our don't. We don't come back to the don't. We have a come bet sitting there waiting to go out, but now we wait. Again, here's the Horseman's hole. Lose the don't, come out 7, right? That is the nightmare scenario. So let's hope we can avoid that. Let's get a 6 or an 8 here on the come out. 4, okay. That would have been nice to be on the don't for that one, but there's another 4. All right, on the 4. Come bet 3's on the way. Then we got some change here for this quarter. Here we go. Here we go. Eight, good. That's good. That's off and on, right there. So what we'll do is we'll take our win. I'll grab the 9 and the 5. So now I've got my 3 come bets are active. Okay, 2 are come bets. One of those come bets became a number. One of the winnings from that became the 5. Now I'm inside with 2 bets without odds. Okay, the smarter play could have easily been this. drop the odds up on the 6 and 8, right? You have a choice there. You can odds up the 6 and 8 or spread out. Either way is fine. I'm going to spread out a little bit. And if I get a second win, I'll take odds. Okay? Your choice. But without the don't pass, you're a pure right side player now, and you've got to make this thing work. So here we go. There's a hard 10. Hard 10 does nothing. I know you guys are probably bored to tears not playing Crapsee, but I like throwing without Crapsee. It's so much better without Crapsee as a show host. All right, there's a 9. That's good. So, $14. We can do 15 for 1, actually. Drop a penny out there, take 15 for 1. And we'll make the 9 look like $15, and I'll put odds up on the 8 with that win. Strengthen ourselves up. Again, we're not taking any money back to the rack yet. We're just strengthening up our play. Let's get a good long shooter out of this one. Oh, what a bad throw. What a bad throw. Woo! Those things rolling their edge all over the table. It's an 8 though, 5 through 8. That's freaking awesome. That's gonna pay a 10 flat, and it's gonna pay 12 on the odds, which is awesome. And it comes down. We'll make the 8 look like 12, make the 6 look like it has odds on it, and I'm gonna bring back $20 to the rack. Now what this does, actually I'll put 5 on the 5. Okay, I'm effectively 66 inside. I had 3 come bets out there for $30 total. 15 of that now is finally back to the rack, and we're playing good. Good strong bets out there. If we can keep it up, we'll be in good shape. Now, if we were playing normal inside play, we'd have been out of this hand a long time ago and pressing, but come betting this way takes a hot minute to get there. Here we go. Here we go. Yo, Levin, yo. Yo, Levin, yo. Nobody cares. Big old kiss. There's an 8. 6, 2, 8 easy. Awesome. We'll pay $14. Up she goes. Up she goes. Ace deuce, ace deuce, 1, 2, 3. Not a thing for us. 5 is not hitting at all. $10, nothing on the 10. It's our second 10 on the shooter with nothing on it. Here we go. Oh my God, look at that thing. That die went all the way up here to the coin slot. 12. Insanity. What a terrible, terrible throw that was, my goodness. Here we go. I'm losing my touch here. It's been 3 hours of throwing this morning, so I'm starting to lose it a little bit. That's better. That's better, but look what happened. Lose it all. The net result of that toss is nothing. We got nothing out of that. We actually had some bets pressed up, but we got nothing out of it. Too bad, right? As a light side player, you would have played that so differently as a pure right side player, but as it was, take your come bets, turn them into place bets, and the long roll really didn't happen. And we're back. Here we go. Starting over. New shooter. There's our don't. And here's our 1, 2, 3 come bets. Let's go. Three, 1, 2, 3. Nice. That's awesome. Pays a quarter. Let's rack that. Let's go up by a nickel on it. That's a welcome little bonus baby right there. Love it. Here we go. Little kiss on a landing. It's a 10. Perfect. That's a great point for us. There's the 10. Let's get coming with our first one. Grinding away here, huh? Grinding away. There's a 6, 5-1. Good place for the comeback to go. 5-1-6. Number 2. Oh, another kiss. They keep landing on top of one another, and that causes a complete train wreck. It's a 7, though, so it's good. We'll lose the 6, but we get paid in the come, and we get paid $30 down here. Looks like 35. This is all going to come back. Again, our DC's out there, our DP's out there, 3 comebacks coming. My bankroll is completely intact. We're missing one $25 chip out of the bankroll, so we're in good shape. We're in good shape. Horseman is such a great low volatility way to play. I do stack Ancient Chinese Secret. I stack my chips, I stack my dice, and I spin them like a helicopter. I kind of flick them. Chopper is good for, as you can tell by today, right? What I find is that no matter what I'm doing, whatever is the result, you end up in these great pockets. Like today, here's another one. It's like our 15th 4 today, whatever the hell that is, right? So many 4s. For whatever I'm doing with this damn thing, it seems like if it's all 7s, it's all 7s. If it's all 4s, it's all 4s. Whatever you get into, the repeaters that this thing seems to produce for whatever reason, it's very like, it just seems like anyway, like it feels like it wants to do the same things based on what you're doing in that moment. So this is I don't know. I know I've noticed it especially when I switch the grip. So many more repeaters than I'm used to seeing. 10, 5, 5. That comeback's going to move over here. Here comes number 2. All right, here we go. 4, another one. See what I mean? Today, the 4 today, for whatever reason, that 4 is smoking ass hot. I don't know what it is about this session with this throw today. We're down $35 though on that. That sucks, and we're not coming back out. We'll just have the 2 comebacks sitting out there for the come out. Now here's again the hole, right? You lose your DP, and then you whack a come out 7, and you lose the whole round. That's where this strategy becomes highly volatile versus highly safe. This scenario. And we got an 8. We got an 8. And we're still looking for our 3rd comeback. So we're still working the same shooter's money. We just happen to get beat on the don't. Well, it's not even the set, because I've been using the same set, AZ. I've been using the stacked 1s for a year now, right? And the stacked 1 set today, or yesterday, produced like 11 6s. And this morning it produced like 8 5s. And now it's produced like 9 4s. Like for whatever reason, the way they spin, land, and do all their things, whatever you're doing in that session, it just seems like it wants to keep happening. It's that horizontal rotation does something weird to the dice that I can't explain. I just can't explain it. And this is what you see. You end up seeing a lot of very common things coming here. 7s and 4s today, right? 7s and 4s. So we're going to lose the 10. It pays in the come. The 4 just goes away. So our net for that shooter is down the don't pass and down 1 net comeback. That was a net negative for us. Here we go. New shooter. New shooter. See, I don't change sets. I'm using this set because it helps me to see what the dice are doing very easily. I can count the faces very easily this way, and that's why I choose it. It's like a hard way set. It actually is a hard way set, so it's easy to track what's happening. That's a 7. Okay, that's a bummer. I'll take my don't. Okay, back out we come. Hey Arnell, how you doing? Good to see you here. There's an 8. Don't love the 8 from the don't, but it is what it is. Comeback number 1. Four again. Look at the 4s. I'm telling you. I don't know what it is today or this session, but geez. All right. Another kiss. Aces. Damn it. It'll cost me this $10. I'm going to break a quarter here. 10 coming. 15 change. Okay, last combat right there. 1 DP and 3 combats total. One combat lost. So we're down to only having 2 to fight with. One thing about this strategy is boring on a lot of levels, but it's scoped to your loss, right? You're not going to lose more than X. So that's going to come down to lose. However, we win in the come. Win a quarter. Back to the house we go. Still in the don't. There's our 3 combats. We'll stack it by a nickel. Let's roll it out. So far, we're down $75. Haven't had a crushing defeat yet. Haven't had a knockout win yet. Oh, Adam, I would have flipped that 4 or 5 times today. Somebody tell Adam how many times I rolled a 4. I know he's just getting here. Somebody break the news to him. The first shooter, I think, had 4. I probably rolled 7 or 8 4s, maybe more. We've been sitting here. It's been 4 central today. There's a 3, 2, 5. Okay, that's the first 5 I think I might have rolled this whole session. There's a 5. Yep, coming up. Coming through. Let's go. Ah, did it again. They kissed again. They keep landing on top of one another. I know I'm getting good results out of it, but I don't like seeing that. There's my 10. Yo, 6-5. Yo, good. That wins back. I think we lost in the come last round, so that's good. That's a little tiny profit there. Alexa, skip. Six, 6, 6, 6. I chose a 9, but that was a hard 6. There we go. 3, 3. All right, last combat. Let's get him set. Let's get him set. Let's win them all. Let's get him set and win them all, damn it. 7. That's good, actually. Right? This is the Horseman at work. Lose 2, win 1 here, win 30 down there. Looks like 35. Bring back 40 to the rack. And set up for the next shooter. 3 combats coming. Big old don't sitting out there. Let's go. So far, I can't break it today, huh? I figured of all the strategies we play, I would start with my own first and break this one day 1 and say, hey, look, I'm going to be honest about my stop loss zero series. I'm going to try and make my own strategy look worst out of the gate so nobody can accuse me of cheating or playing favorites or hiding my stuff. This thing is low volatility enough that it's going to survive probably today. We'll probably go for a full hour and call it there. So we got about 15 minutes to go. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, you know what? Also, Doris, you're saying something else here. I like doing this too. So just so you know, one of the things that I like to do, and I'll do it here one time, just so that you can see what it is that I like to do. At this bankroll level, it's probably not smart, but I'm going to lay the back wall. I'll lay it for 180. Actually, I'll lay it for 200. Okay, I'll lay the back wall for 200. Why 200? It ends up being 40 here, 40 here, 30, 30, 30, 30. Okay, so it's going to be $200 across the back wall. I'll just put it here on the 10 for right now. And when that comes down, that pays 135 in the end, right? It pays 135 minus all the VIGs. And with a $35 don't, I'll do a $35 field on the way out, right? This way, 7 is my bitch, right? I win on the 7, so what down here? On the 11, I lose here, I win the exact same thing in here. Everything but a 5, 6, or 8, you lose $60 on those. I'm just gonna show you the play one time, just so you can see it. This is a great bubble craps move. I do some bubble craps with dollars. At this level, it's a lot, because you're going to make up $60 on the come out, right? When you do it, when it lands on a 5, 6, or 8, you're kind of screwed. And there's a 5. So here's where you'd lose. Up in here, you get back, you put $200 out, you get back 170, and you lose 35 in here. So now you're going to be down $65 with $35 on the don't. So what you do then is you stack odds up down here and then play your inside stuff. That's a fun come out move. I'm not going to do it, obviously. I just wanted you to see how it works. But let's put this money back in the back. Was that my own money? It was my money. Yeah, that was out of the rack, I think. Was it? I don't know. I think it was out of here. There it is. There's our 5. Let's work the regular Horseman. But yeah, I love the back wall lay with a field bet. I love a field bet from the don't coming out, because a lot of times you come out for free, which is awful cool. All right, what we got? 1, 2, 3. Losing 10. What are you saying there with the fielders are in the beginning? Duracell with the aggressive move there. That's pretty awesome. All right, 10 goes there. I'm not feeling great about that bet. I don't feel great about losing the craps bet. I don't feel great about it going to the 10. I do feel good about this bet down here though. So let's go. Ooh, nice song right here. Aces again, you son of a bear. Look at that. We lost 2 of the 3 combats, and the third one went to the frickin' 10. So that's not great. But there it is. That's our money for the shooter here and the 3 bets. So nothing more comes out of that rack until the next shooter. We're trying to break the Horseman. New point. That's funny. That is funny. Here we go. Please be a 7. No, it's an 8. It's a 5-3. Actually, let me get a 10 first. Let me get that. Let's have a miraculous pay up on that 10. Aces again. Woo. A little bit of a horny zone here, huh? All right. Here we go. 8. Another 8. Another 8. I'm not throwing very well. My hands are a little sweaty. It's hot in here, and this is probably my 250th roll of the day. So definitely not in good shooting shape right now. That's better. A little better. There's my 7. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Lose this, which really sucks. We lost all 3 come bets, which blows, right? That's $30 in come bets going down, but we're going to make 35 net down here. So our net for the shooter is actually $5 in profit. As bad as that was, losing 2 of these and losing that, you end up being up $5. I'm okay with that. We'll take this 25 and make it look like nickels. And here's our next 3 come bets for the next person. Puck is off. We got 12:50. We got 10 minutes left. We're not going to break the strategy today, but there's a lesson to be learned here anyway. And I will show you the lesson here in just a moment. Let's get this out. Here we go. Aces. Hello. Hello. There we go. It's $40. Who loves you? Who loves you? Your daddy loves you. That's right. Let's stay off the 7. Stay off the 7, fatso. Let's go. Another airborne kiss. They're sticking. I think it's the humidity in here. Like, you're gonna laugh at me. The anti-dice controller, like, you asshole. But why I say that is because they're sticking together in the air. They're not separating at all. And I think it's because it's a little humid. And so they're landing on top of each other, and I can't tell what's going to happen. They're just like, besides they're tearing my dice up, it's a mess on the landing. Here we go. Come on. That's a little better. I got to flick them harder. Forget it. Forget it. Another shooter where we're going to lose a come bet out of the gate. Come bets are not doing anything for us today. We're getting some 7 pay on those things, but they've done shit for us up here. All right. Let's go. And we got big red machine, baby. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. $10 there and $40 here. We'll make it look like 50 or 45 now. I'm going to make these reds look like a green. Coming back to the rack. Look at that. Look at that. We're back in profit, folks. We did it. We got beat up a little bit there for a minute. We're back in profit. There's exactly $1,000. There's our next 3 come bets. There's our big don't. And we got $25, $29 sitting here in profit. How good is that? If you add it all up, 25, 50, 65, or 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. We've made our second paycheck. We were down $125. We made 2 paychecks today. Grinding this shit out like a little old man making swords in D&D movie. Like, we ground this thing down. It was a terrible analogy. We ground this thing down to the nub today. The Horseman will do that. Some days you're going to win it quick, but here we just run it again. Again, I'm giving it a full hour. And all my favorite throws to see if I can't bust this damn thing. Midnight. Let's go. Let's go. $213. Hell yeah, we're going to show a profit today. We're not going to bleed out at all. I thought we were going to bleed this thing out. We're not going to bleed out at all. $45. 25. 45. We'll make it look like 50. Take 40 back to the rack. Wow, look at us. Look at us making money. Making money on the world's worst strategy, according to PJ Strong and many others. It's the dumbest thing you can do is play the Horseman. This thing always grinds it out. There's been times where I've lost with it, but it grinds like this pretty safely. Pretty safely. There's a 5. 3, 2, 5. Get that puck. Head over there. Let's go. Five. Oh man, lost our don't. Right, that's gonna travel up. $50 is gonna go away. We're done on the don't for this shooter, so we're gonna let the point come out. Put our next 2 come bets up. Coming out. Coming out. Six. Mark it up. Next one. Seven. All right, it's going to be a tie. Lose that, win that. They both come back. Come bets for the next shooter. Next shooter's out. Let's do it. 4 minutes. This will be probably our last shooter. We can count up our wins here, and we can talk about house edge and stuff in a minute. Ooh, ugly, ugly 10. 6, 4, 10. All right, coming up. Six, 1, 7. All right. Well, look at that. Look at us playing like champions. Let's call that. Let's call it here. Let's bring out our profits. Fair is fair, right? We won today. There is exactly $1,000 in the rack. And like I said, we made 2 paychecks, even though we went down once. There's 25, 50. So we made 125. We made 130, 139, or 120, 134 we made, which is good. What was my expectation of the day? Now again, we can go longer if you want to, but the expectation is this. If you look at the way the house edge really works, and I think this show is going to show this over time as we do more strategies. The house edge down here on the don't pass is 1.37. The house edge on a come bet is 1.4. Okay, what does that mean? That means that over the course of every $100 you have an action, you're expected to lose about $1.40. Okay, and when you look at that over the course of time, what we have at risk really per shooter is $65, 25 and 30. So $65 is at risk. So really, we're not even at $100. Our risk with that level of play is going to be about 65 cents. 65 cents per $100 per what we're betting. That's our expected loss. So in the course of an hour, right, you lose 65 cents on average over the course of an hour. We probably saw about 50 or so throws over the whole thing, right? 65 cents per shooter. You know, the expected loss here is most likely average. Let's think about it. Average bet $60, 60 cents per shooter. Let's say 50 rolls. So 60 cents times 50 rolls is, what is that? $23 roughly. Yeah, about 22, 23 bucks. We should have lost today about 23 bucks. That would be if we had lost about a quarter, I would have said perfect, right? The expectation is at that bet level with those house edge bets, you should have lost about 23 bucks in that hour, given the number of rolls that we saw on average, right? We bucked it today. We actually won, 4 times that, 5 times that. So we got lucky today and beat that. But what you expect to have seen today with those bet levels, with those house edges, again, the lowest house edge bets you can make all around the board here, we should have lost about $23. Maybe we should have lost a quarter. As it was, you can say we over expected 124. We were 4 times over expectation. So lucky set of rolls today worked out for us. We did not beat the Horseman. We tried hard, but it fought and did its thing. So that's good. There's your expected loss. There's your actual win. So we 5x the expectation. So good job, Horseman. Didn't get it. Stop loss zero. We tried to break it. We couldn't break it today. I'll try again. I'll try it another time. But today it worked out for our favor, not the house's favor. But I think you'll see over time as we do these things, that will not always be the case. So, all right. With that said, I think I'm going to, by the way, do this show. I think Tuesday nights at 5 is what I'm planning for. This just happens to be a holiday and I'm off. So what the hell? We'll do it during the day. Yeah, I know there's only a few of you here. You're probably off barbecues. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you being here. And we'll see you in the next one, probably next Tuesday night. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the holiday. Be safe and have that fun. See y'all later. Bye.